Before I get into the details of today's video, I'm going to need you to hold your ears like this and repeat after me. In 2020 and beyond, I am never going to dabble into anything that I have zero understanding of. I will wait until I have a clear picture of what I'm getting myself into. Are we clear? Okay, let's begin. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. It's Ezinne here. If you're not new, welcome back, and as always, thank you so much for coming back here. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys 10 things that I wish I knew before going natural. So I've been meaning to do this video. Like, this video was on my list like from the very moment I started doing YouTube, but as some of you guys already know, especially for those of you who have followed my journey from the beginning, it happens that my camera does not allow me to use a microphone, so most of my videos are usually voiced over, and you know, videos like this really requires one to talk through the video as opposed to just voicing it over and sounding all lifeless. So that's that about that, and let's get into the video. At number 1, I wish that I knew that wash day was an actual day job. Like, it's day, the way it's described. Like, when they say wash day, I used to think it was, oh, the day you wash your hair. But no, when you hear wash day, just tick that day off on your calendar. Like, check it off on your calendar, cancel appointments, do whatever you need to do before that day, or just plan to do it after that day, because if you schedule anything on wash day, sorry, it may or may not come to pass. Just saying. Number 2, I also wish that I knew that sleek edges were not for every texture. Even in this video that I'm filming right now, you can see that I didn't even care to lay my edges, because if I had laid my edges, I'm sure by the time we're like 3 or 5 minutes gone into this video, it would just revert to what it already is. So it's, to me, an absolute waste of my time for my hair texture. It works. People who take the time to, you know, lay their edges, tie a scarf around it and everything. I used to be that person, I'm not gonna lie, especially when I have braids or kinky protective styles on. Aside that, like on days when I'm wearing my hair just as is, I don't even touch it. Like, I just let it do whatever it wants to do. Number 3, I also wish that I knew that sleeping with my hair in a high bun was a one-way ticket to a receding hairline. So here's the thing, I had my last big chop in 2016, and it was due to 2 major reasons. First reason was that I had color damage, and the second reason was that my hairline was receding like crazy. By the second, at the point I got really scared, but after I took the time to track my habits and everything else, I realized that I was the one hurting my hairline, because I almost always had my hair in a high bun. And I mean, high buns are cute, especially when you're having a lazy hair day or you just don't want to think about your hair too much. The easiest thing to just throw it up in a high puff or a high bun and get going. So I did that a lot, and what even made it worse was the fact that I used to sleep in the high puff. I know that's like the silliest thing to do, but I did it. Number 4, I wish I knew that allowing your styles to set in a bonnet before unraveling the style could keep your hair moisturized for days, even up until your next wash day. When I first went natural, whenever I would twist or braid or do anything whatsoever to my hair, after setting the style, I'll just, you know, leave it open, of course, so it dries now, because that's like the logical thing to do. But after some time, and after I did a couple of researches, I realized that I would set my hair, say on Saturday for example, and by Sunday morning my hair is dry and I take down the hairstyle. Before evening, my hair would already start to feel dry, as though it's lacking moisture or there's something wrong. But setting the style and wearing a bonnet over it actually helps the products to stay on your hair longer. So when you allow the products to dry with your hair when you have your bonnet on, your hair could stay moisturized for as long as 5 or 6 days, no jokes. So you won't have to keep remoisturizing, unless of course you have colored hair, then definitely in such situations, your strands will be more prone to getting dry. Hope that makes sense. All right, already halfway into it at number 5. I also wish that I knew that having straight strands amongst your hair strands at TWA level is perfectly normal. TWA means teeny weeny afro. So that's the stage when you're newly natural and your hair is short, like very close to your scalp, that kind of thing. So when my hair was at that stage, so I would look in the mirror and I would see straight strands of hair sticking up, and I would always be like, why do I still have relaxed hair on my head after I've done my big chop and everything? But I didn't realize that having straight strands like that were perfectly normal. The 6th thing that I wish I knew before going natural was that more products didn't mean more moisture. Rather, they meant more build-up. Sometimes you'd find brands that have close to 9-10 products in a single range. Instead of using everything all in one shot, it's better to interchange them at intervals. So say for example, you use your shampoo, you use your conditioner, rinse those out. Instead of doing the whole hair milk, leave-in conditioner, detangler, foaming mousse, curling smoothie, you can just pick one out of all of those things because they basically do the same thing, if we're being honest. So yeah, just keep it in one part of your mind that more products equals more build-up. For number 7, I'll tell it as it is. Wash and goes are not real. Guys, there's no such thing as a wash and go. Like, literally speaking, there's no such thing as a wash and go, because it's not a wash and go. If we try to analyze it, it's wash, moisturize, style before you even think of going. So it's like a 4-step process. So that wash and go thing had me second guessing the abilities of my hair in the early stages of my natural hair journey, but not anymore. At number 8, I wish I knew that knowing my hair's porosity was far more important than knowing my hair type. Yes, but then my hair is a combination of 4B and 4C. But knowing your hair's porosity actually goes a long way in determining the kind of products you use, your moisture and protein treatment routines, and so many other things. So even if you don't know your hair type, it's important to know your hair porosity. For number 9, I wish I knew that moisture overload was a thing. Because we have natural textures, and natural hair by default always tends to appear and feel dry. So for that reason, when I went natural, then I would pack a lot of moisture in my hair. I would spritz with water, I would apply conditioner, I would apply oil, cream, everything. And that was during my internship year. So what I did was I had a spare spray bottle back at the office. So whenever my hair would feel dry, I would just spritz it back with water, and I kept doing that. I didn't know I was low-key damaging my strand. So guys, yes, moisture overload is a thing. And at any point in your natural hair journey, if you have to moisturize your hair on a daily, something is wrong. Take that from me. So now to the last point. If you have to moisturize your hair daily, there might be a problem. I actually just said that. How did I realize that? It was one of the points. This is like 9 things I wish I knew before I went natural, so forgive me. Before we come to the end of today's video, I just want to really appreciate everyone who has taken the time to subscribe to my channel up until this time, and who constantly leaves words of encouragement for me in the comment section. I truly appreciate it. I see it and I see you, and I do not take it for granted. I truly appreciate everything. And I'd also like to remind you who's watching, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe below. It's free, and give this video a thumbs up. It really does help me and helps YouTube know that you enjoy videos like this. Once again, thank you for your support and hanging with me. Let me take my glasses off for a minute so you guys can see my eyes. Bye guys, I'll see you in the next one. Okay, so before I get in you guys, before I get into the details of